Welcome back. Hanging out with us on this Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, baby.
Of Sixers and Celtics. It's the PHLY Sixers crew as we hang out with you for our second watch along of the postseason. Derek, Kyle, Devon, Bree, all hanging out with you on this Sunday. And we, as a PHLY family, are now 2-0, as we said at the end of our pregame show. Flyers taking care of business on Saturday night, and the Sixers handling their business on Wednesday against the Orlando Magic. We are presented by the Fanatics app and our PHLY Sixers Watch Along, your all-in-one destination for every part of the Sixers fandom. Download the Fanatics app today. Get in there for all the great stuff where you can get some official gear, including the latest drops, exclusive releases, and must-have merch all in one place. Download the Fanatics app. We'll tell you about that throughout the watch along. Here, Kyle, right away, they're showing some different things. They talk about Tyrese Maxey.
Well, they're showing some beer first,
averaging.
which I could use one of those right now.
Well, I think, the guys did have some last night, Steve and Bill, doing the show, talking about the rivalry, of course. They spoke about Tyrese Maxey averaging 30 against the Celtics this season in their 2-2 split this year. And then they start to show some of the old footage of fights. And
it wasn't quite black and white when the Sixers got their last series win, but it standard definition was the best we had on TV at that point. So it has been a long time since this team has been able to get a series win against the Celtics.
Yeah.
They came very close in 23. That to me, I know that 2019 is the one that people focus on because the Kawhi shot was insane and it required him basically being Michael Jordan for an entire series to beat that version of the Sixers. I view the 23 series as a bigger lost opportunity. I just think that one was, you get to come home for game 6 after that big game 5 win. You blow it because you miss open threes and nobody other than Joel can score in the fourth quarter. And then game 7 is just an absolute massacre in the second half.
Yeah.
So this is not one where they are expected to compete to a 6 or 7 game series. But if they can, that's probably the only version of the series where we think maybe Joel Embiid can come back later on and offer that level of reinforcement at the end that maybe that's what could put him over the top. But today, you just focus on, you try to get this one and you figure out the rest later.
Yeah, I mean, look, game ones tend to be a little bit chaotic, a little less predictable. We've seen that a couple times here with the Sixers, whether that was the Lakers in 2001, whether that was the Celtics with James Harden going nuts. So who knows? Like, if you are going to steal one, this feels like the game to do it. And if you are going to flip this series on its head, you have to steal one of these two in Boston. So let's see how it plays out.
Let's see. Get off to a good start, everybody. We appreciate you all hanging in there with us. Make sure you pass the word, spread the word, like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Tell everybody, look, it's a little dreary out. I mean, you can see us behind here as we, again, are presented by
cloudy
Fanatics
day
app.
behind us. Rainy
You're not
day
going out.
even.
You're not going out. You did all the shopping you needed to do before the Flyers last night, and you're hanging in the house, having your lunch, sitting with the family while the kids are playing, and you have us on. So, just hang out with us, no worries, and tell everybody to turn us on. And while we watch and react to the game live all together, you mentioned before our pregame, and I was leaving it for you to talk about it, but yesterday's results.
There has not been an away team victory yet in the NBA
Break
playoffs.
the streak.
Home teams went 4-0 on Saturday, and frankly, a few of those games were not really well contested. Like the Raptors-Cavs game was a blowout for most of the game.
Yeah.
Wolves, Nuggets, and Knicks, Hawks were at least competitive. That Houston offense in the nightcap on ABC last night with no Durant was just despicable. By the way, imagine being the NBA. You run the first 3 games of the day on Amazon Prime. You set up Lakers Rockets. It's the prestige game on ABC. It's LeBron. It's Durant. And obviously they knew going in that it wouldn't be Luka and Austin Reeves. But then Durant gets ruled out. And it's like, boy, it's the Luke Kennard game last night. So, I mean, look, credit to him. Credit to LeBron, certainly. He's still doing this at age 41. It's just the fact that he's the guy who was healthy for game 1, given the other absences, is kind of wild. But so anyway, hopefully the Sixers can reverse this initial trend of all the home teams taking care of business. I always say, but once you get an early start, a matinee type game, you never know how it's going to impact player to player, team to team, because they get so in a routine of 7 p.m., 7:30, 8 o'clock. Like your body is primed at that time. 1 p.m. start throws everything into a little bit of chaos. So we'll see if anyone, hopefully the Sixers, is able to take advantage of that today.
Fuzzy in the chat says they were all double-digit wins too. So let's see if the Sixers make sure that that's not the case or flip it, and they have a double-digit win in Boston as they get started. If you do want to know the schedule for the rest of the league, tonight after the Sixers, 3:30, it's OKC and the Phoenix Suns. That's the 1-8 matchup. You have a 1-8 matchup in the Eastern Conference at 6:30, Pistons, Magic, and then the nightcap might also be a double-digit win. San Antonio Spurs and the Portland Trail Blazers.
Magic Hornets game was
didn't expect that.
Wild.
Didn't expect that.
Orlando winning is one thing. It's a single elimination.
It was done in the first quarter. Happens,
but that was an absolute ass kicking. I can't believe that one.
That graphic is still out there too, Derek, with Con Knipple. Threes made versus
Drummond,
and he had one less game.
He's only going to grow from here.
Two games to one. That's it. 2 games to 1. That's it. Corner killer from the 3.
Here we go.
Andre Drummond. Starting lineups: Maxey, Edgecombe, Oubre, George, and Bona. Again, White, Brown, Hauser. Got to watch him. Kyle always talks about him. Might make 6 threes.
I've never seen him miss a
Tatum
shot.
and Kata.
That was for years. I don't think I saw him miss a single 3. And if he did miss one in a game I watched, I must have been looking away
other
at
games,
the time.
He'll miss a
Of
few.
course, when it's not against the Sixers, he's a regular.
Isn't that always the case?
Yeah,
when it's your team that you watch
of
closely?
Course.
Yeah.
It always, it's the Deuce McBride effect, we'll call it. That's a guy who's never missed against the Sixers, too.
All right, getting ready to tip off, everybody. PHLY Sixers watch along underway. And so is Sixers Celtics game 1 of the Eastern Conference NBA playoffs.
We'll see how quickly Scott Foster can make this game about him.
Sixers win a tip. Maxey on the ball right away.
So White's got Maxey early. Yeah, if Hauser's going to guard VJ, he's got to take advantage of that matchup today.
No question. Paul George with that first look. Didn't mind it. Not at all.
And there's an Adembona foul. Unfortunately, I cannot see the clock from here. So I don't know how much. 11:38. Nice.
Yes.
That is actually going to be a big problem for me, Devon, and I might have to switch seats with you. Yeah, because to take notes, I literally timestamp every play that I take a note for, and it's right in front of where the clock is. Yeah. Yeah, Adem picking up a foul 22 seconds into the game. Not
ideal.
Not the way that you want to start. And otherwise, that was a relatively well-defended possession.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he also had the foul. All right, 1 of 2. Not a complete disaster.
Be nice to get him a few fouls also. Get Kata off the floor.
Yeah, listen, you can't let them just have Hauser sit in the corner on VJ.
That was 11:21.
Yeah, this is going to drive me crazy.
On cue.
Yeah, it's either that or you're going to be in switch hunting mode like this. Oof. Banked in 3. All right, Tyrese. But that's a good sign for him because that's a 3 off the dribble to start the game, regardless of whether he used the glass. However they go in, take it. Them got to keep the hands back, man.
Aggressive.
Can't have he's playing with fire here.
Playoff calls. He feels like he's not going to get that playoff
call. Adembona's
not
getting a lot of playoff calls, would be my... Good rebound by Adem there, though. Give him that.
Whoa.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh,
Adem.
God,
what are you doing, bro?
Also, like, I give... that's part
good.
on
That's
Paul.
Good. Well,
that's
now I can't
Paul
see
George.
The score, so either way, it's
that's
like...
on Paul George. Yeah.
You don't give that back
perfect.
to Adem. You just don't give that back to him.
Adem, when he catches that ball and Kelly is open in the corner, just release it there. There's no reason to take those 2 steps.
VJ and
Absolutely
and
no. He shouldn't have gotten the ball.
What is he yelling at Paul for?
No, he's telling him I should have passed it. That's what he's saying. I should have passed it. Drumming in.
Do or do not. There is no should.
He's
not to
done.
go full Yoda here.
Thank you, Bree, by the way. Yeah, it's just a brutal way to start the game. 2 fouls to a guy who's going to have to play at least a decent amount. And now you're stuck with Drummond. Yeah, 2
entirely preventable foul.
Yeah, and 1.
And in this case, this afternoon, they might have to go what we talk about. Barlow maybe has to play some 5 to steal some minutes for Drummond because you can't trust Boner to come back out there with 2 fouls.
But, hey, look, there's a foul drawn right there by PG.
Yeah.
Talked a lot in the lead-in how important he's going to be. So, good to see him get a bucket earlier.
Boner, just pass the ball, man. Just pass the rock.
What did you think you were doing? That's my thing. It's not like he got close enough that he could have finished that either.
No, he was clearly going to pass it the entire time. Just like you said, don't take that extra dribble.
Yeah.
0. No.
You gained nothing from it. He was already committed.
Was that Orlando, Derek, where we were like...
Good defense. VJ, you can't throw it back middle there.
Where we were like, get him out of the game. Was that that game?
I mean, he definitely had a stretch, but he was also incredible to start the third, too. He was very up.
It was in
down.
the fourth quarter.
Man.
Where we were like, yeah, get him out the game.
Never throw it toward your own basket, man. You like the effort, but
I like his chances here against Brown. Despite the turnover, I like his chances there. He got where he wanted to get.
Yeah, just got to be a little cleaner.
Yeah, that would have been a good shot.
So the one thing that's dangerous too, because they're going to try to play really far off of Cada. You got to really watch when guys like Tatum, Brown, Pritchard, et cetera, turn the corner, that you're not just conceding wide open pull-up threes. It's a little bit of a cat and mouse game in that respect.
Well, what they've done already, at least that I've seen twice, Bona and Drummond, is drop back immediately as Cada stays behind the three-point line to help out on that drive to cut that driving lane off.
Yeah.
I still would have liked.
Is that 2 on Cada?
Think so. Like the idea of Oubre being that release valve on the right in case he got caught in no man's land there.
So this is as much as them took 2 silly fouls, this is a bigger 2 fouls, I think, on Cada. Now, the question is assuming they pull him and he's not going to play as many minutes in the first half now, how do the Sixers defend more of a 5-out? Because whether it's Vucevic or Garza, both of those guys will step out to 3. And that's where Drummond, I think, specifically gets in a little bit of trouble.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It looks like Vucevic was the one subbing in for him.
Yeah, I'm not he's going to be that guy they go to first, although I think Garza has outplayed him down the stretch for them. So we'll see what happens there.
Another guy who doesn't miss 3-pointers against the Sixers, Vucevic. I mean, with this one, few of these drives, even though they were cut off by Bona and Drummond already, seemed like they got by him a little bit easy, defenders. They got by Edgecombe, White, Brown, Tatum. This is one where
he's making that. No, guaranteed.
This is one where you have to cut your man's driving lane off. You cannot be a turnstile. You just can't.
Yeah, I don't like how they're playing this. If you're going to force switches, get Hauser involved. Maxey just attacking Derek White over and over again is not something that's like, oh man, I'm really dying to do that. It's a good contest by. Oh, that's a terrible call.
Yeah, it's a bad call.
I thought that was good defense by BJ. Now, of course, I'll watch the replay and I'll probably see an obvious foul, but I just think they're letting. And Hauser's not a terrible defender. Like, he's at least competent.
And he's 6'8", so he's a big guy.
But you got to make him work versus just letting him hang out. Rather go at him. And like, do what you did against Orlando to some extent. Try to force the switches on Paul, get him some mid-post possessions against Hauser. That's a matchup I'll certainly take. Yeah, like
cross-court passes are not going to help you out today. You're not going to win this game like that. Take a
really
timeout
bad
here.
Offensive process right now.
Take a timeout here.
Again, they're just letting the Celtics sit in their matchups that they want. There's really been no effort to get off of these. And we said, or at least I don't know that you guys said this during the game, but as we watched the Magic game the other night, I thought it was very striking that it was just a lot of trying to beat guys one-on-one.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one thing when you're playing against a team in Orlando that can't score. And so if you have the superior talent, eventually you're probably going to win out. It's not going to work against this team.
No, you're playing the second best offense in the league.
Yeah, if you try to live in ISO, which is inherently not that efficient, and you don't score, Boston is going to run it down your throat. So, got to be better.
15-7 score right now, everybody. Timeout, 7:24 in the first. Sixers 2 for 6 from the floor so far. 1 for 4 from 3, and that was the top of the key banker for Tyrese Maxey. He is 1 for 3 on the afternoon, 1 for 2 so far. Edgecombe 0 for 1, Paul George 1 for 2. On Boston's side, they are shooting 6 for 9, 67% perfect from 3. Those two are Hauser, and 1 for 2 from the free throw line. 5 assists, 2 turnovers. Sixers have 4 turnovers, which is not like them, Eric. They normally protect the basketball a little bit better, but a tip play here from Jaylen Brown to get that steal, and the other way going for them, protecting the basketball too. We didn't talk about that much in the pregame, but we've stressed it that they have been good at protecting the ball, and it's even more important against this team that can certainly take advantage of your mistakes.
Yeah, I mean, look, the frustrating thing is they weren't even really forced turnovers. Like, they were entirely preventable. The Bono one was completely preventable. That last Paul George one was just a decision that never should have been made. And frankly, even before that, Tyrese had a couple of open kickouts. One to VJ in the corner that were there, and he just didn't see it and wasted some clock and eventually sent it over to Paul George. They're just not making, first of all, there's no movement, there's no creativity, there's no screening. It's just a lot of one-on-one. And if you're going to be one-on-one, like the whole benefit of one-on-one should be that you don't turn the ball over a lot, but they're compounding that by turning the ball over a ton. Not a great start for sure.
Not a great start. Not a great start. We are here courtesy of the Fanatics app. We appreciate Fanatics app for hanging out with us, all of you, kicking it with us on this Sunday afternoon watch-along presented by the Fanatics app, all-in-one destination for every part of your sports fandom. You can get official gear for your favorite teams and players, including the latest drops, exclusive releases, must-have merch, all in one place. Also, game tickets. You can get some game tickets. Saw some memorabilia, some collectibles that were pretty cool on the Fanatics app. So go ahead and download the Fanatics app right now. It's all in one place, all built for players like you at the Fanatics app.
I need to see some 1-2 ball screens right now. Like, I think the fact that I just can't get over that they're just letting Hauser hang out here and saying Tyrese try to beat Derek White in isolation over and over again.
I wonder if we get Grimes in here if Edgecombe is not doing much, get Grimes in here, and he will not let him just sit there. He's going to attack that
Here's
matchup.
the problem. I don't know that I want Quentin Grimes going. It's Quentin Grimes time right now.
There's nobody else doing this my time right now.
Well,
except
Tyrese
for the one-on-one
is.
stuff.
Unfortunately, he's doing it against one of their actual good defenders.
Right.
They also got to take advantage of Vooch in space. Like, you can't just let him. Look at that.
Play.
So some real offense.
Yeah, nice play.
Didn't score, but at least it's a better looking play. VJ initiates pick and roll. That's too easy.
They're just not missing.
And that's why there's somebody in the chat, I forget who, and I apologize, but they're like, well, all Boston's doing is ISO 2. It's like, yeah, but Boston ISOs after they get the switch in the matchup that they want.
Correct.
They get their best offensive players going against your worst defensive players. And the Sixers, like you said, are just trying to pick on Derek White, and that's just not a real recipe for success. Like, this is going to be a really tough shot. You made it, but it's a really tough shot.
Right there, what I didn't like was Kelly Oubre would take that shot normally at the top of the key, wide open. But because he's missed already, now it's in his head, and he's not
too easy.
He's not worried about looking at the shot.
But this is the consequence of Vooch is spacing there, Drummond sitting. At least everybody else has a longer closeout. I honestly, when the Celtics are playing their stretch bigs in this series, they might have to play Barlow and just say we're gonna switch it 1 through 5. And if Vooch is going to ever post up,
there you go.
Good defense by Drummond.
Get back, man. Stop looking at him because you got the block. Get back.
Good pass by VJ. Kelly's got to make one of those. Yeah, see, they're just shooting poorly, too, on top of all this. VJ's looked fine so far. Got to make these. Yeah, like, if you're going to miss wide open threes, you just have no chance.
They're one and done.
Well, that one was 2 possessions.
Well,
that's a bad example.
For the most part, they're one and done on the afternoon, and they're already down 22-9. They're one and done on everything outside of that one possession that he got there.
They're daring Andre to shoot. I don't want him shooting above the break threes. So.
No.
Yeah. If you get PG against almost any of these guys in the mid post, I feel okay. All right. Some self-inflicted wounds from the Celtics here. We think Nurse goes small and plays the 3-guard lineup, or is this a
normal rotation here? Edgecombe out.
Yeah, not going to get away with that
George, one. Oubre or George.
Unless you're KG.
Arlo, Drummond, Grimes, PG, Maxey. That's a foul.
Yep.
PG looks okay so far.
Yeah, it was smart. It was quick. Caught it, swing through, and get ready to go on the move.
Watch out. You don't want to get that hair on your jersey, Paul. Yikes, man. Get a moving screen, and then you give them one right back.
9 for 13.
What? What? Did he chicken wing him? Is that it? Hostile act. All right, I mean, come on.
I mean, it's definitely an offensive foul.
Yeah, it's not flagrant.
He's got his arms out wide. I don't think that's like a...
He extended it, but like, it just wasn't...
That's not a playoff flagrant.
No.
At least it should.
It feels like to the face maybe, but not to the chest.
We'll see. They might call it just because, it is an elbow, but this is my dad text waiting to happen if they call this a flagrant. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. Move on. If it had been to the head, that's one thing, but you're just trying to keep a wide base there. So far, I can't say that I'm particularly enthused about the game plan, which is to say the game plan is the same as it's been most of the year.
Yes. I will say offensively, like I think the first 3 or 4 minutes, it was pretty bad, especially with Tyrese going a little hero ball. I do think they've had better ball movement the last 3 or 4 minutes. Yeah. It's just when you miss a billion open shots and you commit offensive fouls, it's not going to look too good. can't keep falling for pump fakes. They're going to keep moving the ball.
Got to get that rebound, man. It's brutal. You have 3 guys there. And these ones don't go down as like, oh, Boston got an offensive rebound. It's just as destructive. They're convinced that it's their ball, though.
Can we get a replay?
Arlo's pissed. Yeah, that'd be nice. Sure looked like Vucevic smacked that out of bounds.
His was the only arm going that way.
Yeah, well,
not enough.
The Globetrotters are here. Ridiculous.
You'll have to let us know when that first text comes in.
Yeah, I'll keep you in the loop.
You can't split that easily. I don't carry to miss a shot.
Lucky you missed that. That's a foul. Should have been. It's going to be a long day, it looks like.
Well, we got the small ball 5 we asked for.
We did. There you go. See, that's gang rebound, push the pace.
We got the small ball 5, but they didn't increase their shooting at all. Love the Sixers.
In this matchup, though, the small ball is not about offense.
No,
it's about Drummond is not closing out the 3 and Adem is in foul trouble.
Why not both? Like a normal team would be able to do both. You'd have a more mobile big man and you'd have
It
more
is why
shooting.
they tried to trade for Jay Huff at the deadline, who would have allowed them to conceptually do most of both those things. Maybe not great defense, but Devon, if they can cut this to what? 5?
I give it
by the end of the quarter,
7
5
by
or
the
6.
Give it 7 by the quarter.
Just you got to hang around. You got to string together some stops here.
And Boston gets the ball to start the second and the third. So yeah.
And this is one, by the way, with Pritchard and Vucevic on the floor. You got to be targeting those 2 guys specifically. Also have to stop them from scoring, of course.
Weak sides got to get there faster. Paul George was a little. I mean, he was there, but he was late there. Get him to the middle of the floor.
Never had a chance. Didn't come off clean. Got to get up, Barlow.
Yeah, you got to get up faster than that. Walled that off fast, Jordan Wall.
So one thing I'm concerned about, based on who's on the floor right now, VJ is going to have to carry the entire group start the second quarter because
Paul hasn't sat.
Paul hasn't sat. Maxey hasn't sat. Now maybe one of them's still out there, but right now it's setting up for it's going to be VJ and a bunch of role players to start the second quarter, which is potential danger zone, especially because that'll probably be Brown will probably check in for Boston, check back in anyway.
No timeout.
Not good so far.
Well, the good news is their shooting has already reached Game 6 for them.
Get it out of your system early, and then maybe you shoot well in Game 6 if you're able to get there. But look, we've talked about this for months, right? They don't have enough shooting on this team. So when your good shooters don't make shots, I don't know where it comes from. Let's see how's everybody feeling in the chat right now? Can't imagine very good. Can't imagine it's very good.
It's not great.
Yeah. The good thing after Boston start, they're only sitting on 24 points right now. It feels like a quarter where they could have easily scored 40 if they had really punished the Sixers for how bad they've been on offense. And 5 for 16 and 1 for 7 from 3. It's just brutal.
It's tough.
Yeah.
That's hard to overcome.
Especially when you throw in 5 turnovers, too.
Yeah. No. They have not really done anything well on offense. And everyone we're talking about who basically has to hit shots, Oubre 0 for 2 from 3, PG 0 for 1, VJ 0 for 2. Tyrese is the only guy who's made a 3 so far. So if you can't draw Boston out of the paint, it's going to be a long day and a very short series. I think you're probably going to have to play a fair amount of 3-guard lineups today, too. And just pray that you can defend well enough. Got to do something to juice this offense. Mm-hmm. And in terms of the who looks better at the 1 p.m. start time, Celtics clearly a little more prepared for it today.
A little more ready to go for this one.
I have a feeling they're going to look more prepared at 1 p.m., at 7 p.m., 8 p.m.
But it is a real thing. Like, I don't think people understand. These guys are normally napping or just like not really doing much by 1 p.m. on a game day. It's something that they talk about all the time. Like when Tyrese got named the All-Star, and that was
sleeping, right?
He's asleep in the middle of the day. Sort of wish I was asleep instead of watching that first 10 minutes or so of basketball.
Can't make that cross court pass.
Yeah, that's
tipped in.
Paul's been pretty good, but that was a very basic mistake that a vet in his spot can't make. One day the Sixers will have a player like Derek White. Today it's not that day, unfortunately. Smart players are not really their thing. Yeah. Larry saying that Billis is giving Boston's defense credit when it should be about the lack of creativity for Philadelphia. I think it can be both.
Yeah.
Right? Part of the reason we're criticizing Justin first quarter minutes, by the way, interesting.
Some shooting. Maybe.
Part of the reason we've been critical of the Sixers' approach is because they're allowing a good defense to get comfortable. They're not really challenging them at all. So I think it definitely can be both.
Good hustle.
When they've been able to keep the matchups, they've done an okay job so far.
Keep your man in front of you. Keep your man in front of you, because the Sixers defense, the way they react, man, they get so afraid of what's happening. They just all cheat off their man and they create those wide open threes.
Mm-hmm.
And if they don't, it's just a flat out, driving lane. They put their body into your chest. Look at that shot creation.
What?
Barlow's like, look, what do I have to do?
He's got a point, man. He's getting stiff-armed, and Vooch is swatting at the ball directly out of whatever, man.
Close.
I was going to say that was a very good job by Maxey to prevent that being a either open layup or a three.
I think Barlow's good here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying, and like if Vooch scores in the post, whatever.
Yeah, I'll live with that.
Unfortunately, Tatum is killing them from mid-range right now. Yeah, if they win a series because Vooch goes crazy on post-ups.
It's like Drummond shooting threes.
Whatever.
Okay, keep doing it.
I'd say love the dunk, but I think he's got to take that three in the corner.
That's what I was saying earlier from the top of the key. He missed a few, so now he's worried.
Yeah.
That being said, he did have a pretty
he did just dunk it.
Yeah. No. Yeah, they
I
closed
don't want
out
to be
on
too
him.
much of a complainer. There you go.
I mean, remember when you could get up like that, Kyle? You did it all the time.
Listen, yeah. Back in my prime.
Joe
That is an
Wallace.
example, by the way. Tatum not moving that well, right? Like he read the wrong direction and then just had no chance to recover. Offensively, as good as he's looked so far, he is still getting there on defense.
Barlow did all he could there.
They're going to run that.
There was enough time, though, for Justin Edwards. This is his inexperience of getting back in the play and allowing Barlow to get back to Vucevic.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to run that Pritchard pick and roll with one of the forwards a ton, like especially to try to match up Hunt, Maxey.
They are conceding a bit of space to Maxey as a pull-up guy. They apparently don't believe that he's going to make those shots right now.
Split is just too easy right now. Derek, you mentioned it. Split can't be that easy. And Walsh has played Maxey pretty well this season.
You can't. Well, other than everything, it's been a great start.
Oh, you can't. Come on, guys.
You can't let. Yeah, I mean, they badly needed to get the 7 on this one.
They ain't getting the 7.
I'll take 10.
They ain't getting the 7.
All the signs of a team that is strapped for talent and also not all that experienced in a playoff setting.
Yeah.
Like playing too fast. They're not running anything. A little disorganized. And a very, very tough start.
Who do you think Tyrese sits to start the second? They played him the full 24.
I think you got to get him at least a couple minutes out.
Yeah.
But that could go disastrous based on the current
Then again, with the way
line.
he's playing, it's not like.
Yeah. This is, you have no chance if you're going to shoot like this.
And then
they are the worst 2-for-1 team in the league. I don't care what the stats.
Oh my goodness.
That's good.
You deserve for that to go in.
Yeah, disgraceful quarter, man. They've been a horrible 2-for-1 team all year. Only making it worse here.
33-18, everybody. Not feeling great, huh? Look at it. How's that split so easy?
Yeah.
I mean, talent. Talent is the talent. Jason Tatum is Jason Tatum, and those NBA players can make that split, but you can't let that driving lane be so open.
Yeah, the defense was not very good, but they have no path to winning if they play that bad on offense.
Tyrese Maxey 9 shots in the first quarter. 9.
3 for 9, 1 of 3 from 3. The rest of the team is a combined 0 for 8 from 3. If they can't, because if Boston can just load up on him in the middle with the way that his pull-up jumper looks right now, there's no shot if they can't make the corner threes. Especially Oubre, it already looks like they're conceding a ton of space to him and saying, we'll dare you to beat us, and he is not coming anywhere close right now.
On the other side, 14 for 25 for Boston. 4 for 9 from 3-point range. Rebounds is not that bad. It's 13 to 10.
It's hard to get rebounds when
yeah.
They're making every shot.
Assists, 10 assists on the Boston's 14 makes. Sixers with 6 turnovers, Boston 4 right now in the first quarter. Sixers shooting, obviously terrible, 29%, 11 from 3. So not a good start. Not a good start. It's looking like the Cavs Raptors on Saturday.
Well, let's hope there's a little bit more of a pushback than the mighty Raptors offered in Cleveland, but it is not looking good right now.
Not looking great. We're here hanging out with you all, presented by Fanatics app. Our PHLY Sixers watch along. You can get tickets. Sixers and Flyers playoff games.
You want a ticket to this?
You might be 1-1
right now.
Might be 1-1 coming back. Might be 1-1 coming back for the Friday game 3, game 4 Sunday in South Philly. Get tickets on the Fanatics app. Jason Tatum, 10 points, 5 for 7. We didn't see him all season.
Yeah, and like a couple of those are he gets Drummond on a
download
the
Fanatics app, everybody.
He gets Maxey on a switch, right? Like those are possessions where they're just at a major disadvantage. You got to fight, as you said, you got to fight harder to avoid those. Get through screens, get over screens. Also that.
Because they're not doing anything all that crazy when they do that screen setting at the top for it to split.
Yeah.
That's just a really good player, a great player, sorry. Seeing how they're defending that second side of the split where it's just an angle. Nobody's squared up. You have to square up on that screen. You can't have it at an angle where that's a pathway right down the lane there for a paint drive, and he gets that dunk. Got to square up. And look, I want Dominic Barlow in the game right now because of what the other alternatives are.
Mm-hmm.
But again, first playoff situation for him, that's just a regular basketball play, though. You have to square up. You cannot give that angle for him to split that.
Who are we expecting them to come out second quarter with? Obviously, VJ.
Edgecombe, Grimes, Oubre.
PG's back on the floor, by the way.
And
Drummond, and is that Justin?
That's Justin Edwards, yeah.
Drummond has no idea where his man is. VJ just had to switch like 3 different times.
Garza in there now.
Is that 2 on VJ? No, I guess they didn't give him that one earlier. I don't know who that foul was on.
Drummond has 2 and Bona has 2.
Okay, so they probably gave it to
one of the bigs.
They have done nothing well.
Nothing.
Which the scoreline reflects. Sometimes it's like, we did nothing well, and you end up in a good spot, or at least a decent spot. This is an accurate scoreline.
I was going to say, we had somebody in our Discord say the problem is 100% the offense. I'm like, no, the problem is everything.
Yeah, they haven't done anything
was absolute trash in the first quarter.
Yeah, and so one of the problems is Maxi's not in now, right? But when they're running these just like pretty basic 1-5 pick and rolls or pick and pops, the Celtics have conceded the trail 3 to whoever the big is. Doesn't matter if it's Barlow, Drummond, whoever. And so if it's more of a pick and roll rather than a pop, if Maxey can't make those threes turn in the corner, it's just,
sit back in the paint, man.
They're going to sit in the paint and do nothing. So he's going to have to, VJ's going to have to, Paul's going to have to make some shots out of that look. Which is why you probably should get Drummond in the corner some, and they can dare him to shoot there, but at least that's a shot that he's got comfort with, and run some more, 1-2 ball screens and use some screeners who are not the center. Because they're not putting any pressure on Boston right now.
Oh, Justin Edwards, I would have liked that pass to go to.
Foul on there? Yeah.
Get the foul, but the pass, that extra pass was right there.
Honestly, right now, I'm okay with letting PG cook a little bit because he's one of the only guys who.
Yeah, but I haven't seen Justin Edwards take a shot yet, and it's wide open. So we talk about facilitating. That's a facilitating for an open shot. I'll take that. Why is he shooting lefty on the screen?
That was weird. That was bizarre.
That was, yeah.
Yeah, that's a weird camera. Why are we getting the mirror camera from behind the rim? This is like the day that you and I argued about whether the silhouette was right or left-handed.
Who was it? It was Jalen Brunson?
I think so, yeah.
Right?
Already a couple missed free throws by PG and Maxey, by the way, if we're talking about.
They saw what we saw in the chat, too. Al, Melo, left hand? What was that?
Obviously, you can tell it wasn't actually left-handed because the sleeve was on.
My guy, Shireman.
Listen, that's a good defensive possession. If he makes a one-handed runner on the baseline, you're going to have to kind of live with that. I don't. Putting a lot on PG right now.
Yeah. Maxey's got to come in by the 7.
Got to get VJ involved.
7-minute mark.
Especially all due respect to this team full of white boys, but this is a lineup where VJ speed has to be taken advantage of a little bit. Grimes bozo moment number 1.
Next will be the foul and the 3-pointer.
It's like the one thing Boston's defense doesn't do. They don't really turn you over all that much. You're just going to give them extra possession.
Good luck. You just, like, again, you can't concede that space to him. That's what he's there to do.
That's a KYP. He knows
exactly. All right, Justin.
Wasn't it against Boston where Edwards went off in South
Yes,
Philly?
that's the one that he won them the game.
Middle.
That's bad. I'm with you. Sniper. Oh, man. This is what we've been reduced to, hoping that Andre can make enough threes to keep the defense honest.
Drummond.
Missoula is unimpressed.
Yeah.
As he should be.
No resistance.
I mean,
no resistance.
I don't say this often, but Paul's defense has been bad.
It has not been good.
He's been overextending himself all the time.
There you go, Justin. The only guys who doesn't look like a goddamn deer in the headlights right now.
Yeah, he doesn't look afraid. Give him that.
Peyton Pritchard's eyebrows piss me off. Looking like Sid from Toy Story. Come on, man.
Yeah, Bill. Some Edwards, some good minutes right there from Justin Edwards. Jay of the Jungle, good minutes.
Kata back. Maxey back.
Maxey back before 7, huh?
I'm not surprised. He's going to play 45 minutes a game, more than likely, or at least in the ballpark. Another missed free throw. At least 3 that I remember. Got to get up.
Surprised he didn't pull that trigger right
Yeah,
there.
I know it was deep, but
They're not working hard at all. Easy.
Drummond has not.
That's a workout move right there.
Yeah.
That was just a workout before the game. Shoot around, workout.
you got the Pritchard map. Now he gives the ball. I don't understand the philosophy here. You get the switch. You have Peyton Pritchard on Maxey, and then he gives the ball up. I don't get it. Too slow. They're slow. They're not playing physical enough. They're not running real offense. Like, this is a disgraceful performance so far.
Challenging this?
What's he doing?
It's too close. I would say it's a clean block.
Yeah, it was close. Even if he had gotten there, that's one that he fell asleep is the biggest problem there. You got a tech too? Like,
yeah.
I'm sorry, dude. Out of the game.
Take him out. Get Barlow back in there. This is like
Stupid.
that.
You're down 19.
This is like the Wembanyama game where he got in his own head.
Just a complete meltdown.
Yeah.
I'd rather see Jabari Walker, honestly.
Who's that? Can you remind Nick?
Bro, you are now down 20. Yeah, they're them at the scorer's table, so he's coming out.
This is a series where like you need a Dem's physicality and athleticism
Against Kata.
decision making.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Like it. Like it. Attack him. Right at him. Right at him.
Also, they actually ran offense on that play.
Yeah.
Off ball screens.
Nah, he was getting ready to pass that. Stop it.
Yeah,
Stop it. Stop
I
it.
don't want to hear it.
That was a pass. Stop it.
Might need Dr. J to come back just to punch somebody on the Celtics.
Where's Barkley at?
Can you imagine two stars like that choking each other? Like
No.
Dr. J did, like in today's game?
Time.
Oh,
Different
man.
time.
It would never happen. Adam Silver would have a heart attack. Also, today's stars work out together in the offseason. So, like, of course, Joel's not going to, like, get physical with Tatum.
Okay, Grandpa.
They do. It didn't happen back then.
No.
Half the Sixers work
sounded
out
like
with Tatum.
Abe Simpson on the
I'm
at the
just
top
saying.
of the hill talking about an ought for.
Well, we were referencing something from 1982.
Those damn Shelbyville Celtics.
Thanks for hanging out with us here on the Watch Along, everybody. Presented by Fanatics app. Wish things were a little bit better. Still a lot of time.
A lot of time
For the lead to expand. Yeah.
Buzz kills over here. They called me one earlier. Buzz kills. A lot of time. See what happens. Make sure you download the Fanatics app, the all-in-one destination for every part of your sports fandom, where you can get official gear for your favorite teams and players, including the latest drops, exclusive releases, must-have merch, all in one place, all right there on the Fanatics app. Tickets as well, some cool memorabilia, signed autograph items that maybe you want in your man cave, and placed there. All in one place, built for players like you, everybody here, as we watch the Sixers and the Celtics game one. It's not looking great. Not looking great with 6:50 to go, already down 18 in this one. Offense not great, defense not great. Excuse me, good. Either one of them, not good. We don't even need them to be great. You just need to be good.
Mediocre would be an upgrade on what they've offered so
not
far.
Good. And Nurse is going with a 4-man rotation, some foul trouble for your bigs. Bona and Drummond each with 2. And Drummond just picked up a tech. You also have Barlow having to play some 5 minutes, some small ball 5 minutes. Justin Edwards getting in there, but we're already seeing some good things from him where he has
about the only positive so far, and he's
5 points so far for him.
Can't kill him for being a -10. It's not like that's his fault.
It's not his fault.
Yeah, when he's your positive and they're still getting pasted, it doesn't feel too great.
9 each from George and Maxey. It doesn't even seem like George has 9, but 9 each from George and Maxey. 5 from Edwards. Those are your leading scorers. 2 each from Oubre, Edgecombe, Barlow, and Drummond so far on the afternoon, as the team overall is shooting 34% from the field, 2-4-11. Just 2 made threes, 1 from Edwards and 1 from Maxey so far on the afternoon for your Sixers. Bree is hanging out with us too, everybody. Make sure you guys say what's up to Bree in the chat. Hit the like button, like and subscribe to the show. Leave a comment, and let's keep conversing. Let's keep the conversation live there in the chat as we watch this team.
See if you can personally will your Sixers back into this game.
Yes.
Nothing we're doing is helping right now. Do we need to switch seats? Switch the vibes? I don't know. You let us know.
It's 2 on Maxey.
I will say I don't generally care about foul trouble for him because he'll find a way to scale down if he needs to. Unlike VJ. VJ's a guy, if he gets in foul trouble, it's like I'm gonna have to sit him down for a couple minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, right now it's just free lunch for Brown and Tatum from the mid range for the
Practice
most part.
stuff for them right now. Yeah.
Nothing good.
Nah. Just a professional. This is just a professional performance right now from Boston. Just running their stuff, doing what they want to do defensively. Sixers helping to make it a little easy on that end too, but they're just putting on a clinic right now of how things are being done. I hate the Celtics. It's not just that you hate them, you hate that they're this good and how they do their stuff. His hands are
I was
awful.
going to say, he still ended up getting it.
His hands are awful.
Bro, is he fucking for real?
Yeah, he's serious. Yep. And that's just demoralizing.
Yeah, you make an activity play and you can't make a bunny from 2 feet.
That's going to discourage him even more. Not that we want to see him shooting all that much, but it's going to discourage him even more. Don't give him the ball in the middle of the floor, Justin. Good job.
By the way, don't want to let VJ off the hook for not being able to hit threes right now.
Yeah.
Like, these guys got to make shots.
You got Justin Edwards. You all right? Uh-oh.
This game's over, bro. Like they are dead in the water.
That 12.5 is not looking great. I should have adjusted that number.
They might get it to 12.5 in the final quarter when it's all scrubs playing in garbage time. Like they can't even make 4-foot bank shots.
I'll tell you what, Justin Edwards needs to play on Tuesday. Get already. He needs to be out there early. He needs to play. Because he's the only one giving effort. Real effort. That was a foul. So just take the out of bounds.
I was going to say, it's either a foul or it should be Sixers ball based on no out of bounds.
Yeah.
I'm fine with them saying, Paul for Justin. Fun's over, Devon.
Yeah. His minutes were like Ricky minutes. You're like, something's good might happen here. And now,
I mean,
I don't know.
8 straight threes, and we're right back in this.
With how many misses
Jesus
on their
Christ,
end.
man. Oh, nice. Adem is not serious.
Was that Oubre or Abona?
The way he was looking around, it looked like Adem, but maybe they got. I can't even hear the broadcast, though. Oh, no, we don't want to go crazy loud on.
It was on Oubre.
Okay. Well, at least they avoided a third foul on a guy who's been terrible.
Too easy. Too easy.
Ball up the floor.
Yeah, Oubre's already discouraged. He normally takes that.
Ooh, even
Righty?
right hand. I
Right
know.
hand.
Righty N1? Okay.
He heard Derek. Like I was watching.
I mean, I called that 2 years ago, so it took him a while, but
How many righty layups do you think he's had as a
just
Sixer?
thinking that. Like, I want to go back there and watch every layup. I bet you it's not more
under.
than 5.
Oh, I was gonna go over under 6.5.
Is that Ben No. That's a guy who kind of looks like Ben Affleck.
Josh Harris.
Public appearance for Josh Harris. Look at that.
Another missed free throw. So that is.
They came out and played inspired basketball in his honor.
9-13.
Jokes.
From,
Don't keep
so
them all to myself.
4 missed free throws.
Yeah. I mean, not the difference in the game, but it
would help.
When you're getting boat raced like this, you just need.
I'm glad he didn't. Well, it doesn't matter because the shot went in, but there was no way he was getting that without goaltending.
Need to address this position in the offseason.
I'm going to say, like, yeah, I mean, we talked about it a decent amount leading into the tournament, but I think center should absolutely be on the table with that pick. Like, this guy's just not good enough.
He's not. No.
And frankly, I don't think Drum should be back.
No, I wouldn't bring him back. I know you want a veteran on the roster. Joel's your veteran on the roster. You need 2 youngs. So whether that's Mara or any of the other bigs that we talked about, they have to address the position. Have to. That's 5.
Good God. Good God.
And as you said, it may not make the difference, but that's 5 points. They're free.
It's just, yeah. You already did the harder work. Well, at least we got the Flyers around here, you know?
Imagine saying that 3 months ago.
I was saying, where'd that come from? Exactly. Came out of
The thing
nowhere.
is, I don't even really care, right? Like, I don't watch hockey like that. So I'm happy for all the Flyers people.
PHLY Flyers.
And
My brother was complaining last night. He's like, game 3 for the Sixers, $65. Game 3 for the Flyers, $350. My brother's like a 1 for 4, and it's only Flyers, so he's really pissed off. I'm like, well, you just have to have a decade of disappointment, and then those prices will go down, buddy.
Good work, Bona.
I mean, there's not even that much to analyze. They can't score.
No.
Or defend.
Or defend, yeah.
I think they might have a chance to defend if they could score, but they haven't even been able to test that theory. They've been awful.
34 points. 21 minutes already. He almost took his own man out.
Who was Bona defending there?
The 6th man, the ghost. Kadeem Hardison. That's what he was defending. Man.
Could use him on the Sixers right now.
I know. Oh.
It's ugly, man. Of all the games to do a watch along for.
That's a bad call. He's shoving. They're both shoving, and you can't call that.
Scott Foster just wanted you to remember that he's here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think they were completely unprepared for today. Largely looked like they thought they were playing the Orlando Magic again. Unfortunately, this ain't the Orlando Magic.
It's disappointing too because you said it in the pregame, the way they were talking on Friday at post-practice. Understood who they were playing against, but weren't obviously not counting themselves out, giving themselves a chance. And just coming out right here, Derek said it earlier, just self-inflicted wounds with the turnovers. Defense is not good. What do you guys think in the chat? Let's see. Traveling Journal says, how do you make that BS call on the team down 20? Yeah, you just let that one play. Foul's a foul. We call it even here, but just let that one go. That was nothing. Both shoving each other. Super chat from the Syndicate 09. Bona's in his 2nd year, and this is his first playoff series. Give him a break. No. Can't give him a break.
So I certainly think
we've talked about guys being in their first time, but it's also just being smart while you're out there. He's not playing smart basketball at the Syndicate.
I think there's something to the fact that he was a late 2nd round pick, and expecting him to be good in his 2nd year is probably too early. But he hasn't gotten any better throughout the course of the season. In fact, he's regressed. And B, like, his hands just aren't going to get better, I don't think. So Like, do I think in 3 or 4 years his decision making will be better? Yes. Am I confident it will be where it needs to be? No, because he hasn't made enough progress throughout the last really year.
And as a second round pick, the syndicate, being a young player like he is in his first playoff series, you're asking him to play just be smart out there, play sound basketball. He has not done that. He's not given himself a chance to be that second-year guy in his first playoff series to play extended minutes and make a difference in the game because he's making bad choices here. So, no, that's on him. That's on him. It's unfortunate that he's in the spot because Joel Embiid can't play. Andre Drummond is already in his own head. And you're asking so much of Barlow to play small ball 5, you can only give him so many minutes. He has to be able to keep himself out there to be an effective player. He has not done that yet. Yeah, he looked like he belonged last year at the end of the year when he got those runs that he had at the end of the year. He's putting up double-doubles and blocking shots. That's what you play for, man. Be serviceable, as Marcus says. Be serviceable.
12-0 Sixers run to end the half.
Look who he's sitting with. Good job. Yeah.
His son looks like a spitting image. Like
yes,
you
exactly
will never
like
be uncertain whose son that is.
Exactly.
I have no commentary on the Harris
That's why I'm just
family.
laughing, man.
Oh, boy.
Fuck, man.
They are 2 for 15 from 3. I would say average shot quality has been okay on those. So that's the especially disappointing part.
I had to talk about his son because I can't talk about the guy sitting.
Oh, I know
to the other
exactly.
side.
I know exactly why you did that, and I left it right there. Yeah.
I have no comment on the guy to his right.
He was in between one that passed that one.
There you go.
Yeah.
But again, they got him moving. They're trying to exploit Hauser being the defender on him. He gets that. So even though he got caught between two worlds, it's at least a better possession from a process standpoint.
Yeah. Yep.
Like I just cannot believe they came out in the first 5 minutes of this game. We're like, you know what we're going to do? We're just going to have Tyrese try to beat Derek White off the dribble over and over again.
VJ do showing how much of a benefit it is for us people who have that elite second jump. It's just such a...
Can you tell us about it? We're on a live stream. Let's talk about it. Watch along. Like, just smart. Just team basketball. Good hustle.
Yeah. Come on, Paul. Downhill.
You wanted the All-Star call. Yeah. Wanted the All-Star call.
Can't sell for calls there. Play through the contact, Tyrese. All right, cut it to 15 before half.
You're not kidding.
And then we'll talk about what they might be able to do. I get the ball in.
Goodness. Oh, my goodness.
Dude. Can't even get the ball in bounds.
Bona was in the corner trying to set a screen for Paul George. He was like you were just playing 3-on-5.
Well, so here's another problem with having a big whose hands you don't trust. Normally, that's you throw it up high to the big athlete and hope that he makes a play. Good shot, Tyrese.
We're getting real close to the Logan Roy meme. They are not serious people right now.
Talking about real close. They are not serious people on their best day. And this ain't their best day.
Same play. That's the call he wanted the first time.
I miss that show. I could have used another season or two of that show.
You know, I watched a movie the other night that Brian Cox was in, and I was like, he really, all I can think about is Logan Roy. It was Manhunter.
Okay.
The Michael Mann movie
yeah.
where he plays Hannibal Lecter. The original Hannibal Lecter, by the way.
Great actor.
What's with that camera? That was the second time. It did it again with that left hand. Max shot that left hand.
It's 18. Make a shot here, Devon.
Yeah, but what's going on with the camera? Derek, you're a camera guy. What camera is this?
Anyone have any thoughts on the Harley Quinn look for Kelly?
Let's go full red, man.
I just wish
I'd like it better if he was making shots. I'd put it that way.
I just wish I had the confidence and the aura to even try it.
Yeah, I totally get that for sure.
Bree has a
poll
YouTube
up.
Poll up. What is it?
I
just want to know what
a poll up when they're down 20 is,
wait.
is a choice.
Excuse you, it's 18.
I'm just trying to see
She put it up a couple
people's
minutes
series
ago.
prediction. That's all I want to know. So
Series prediction.
and honestly, 25% of people say the Sixers will take the series. So
25
Gotta make
people
this
are,
one, BJ.
They are. So make sure you vote, everybody. They
Very
are
short series if VJ can't make those shots.
2 for 16 from 3. It's 3 on Bona.
I mean, at this point, who cares? The game will be over by
No, I want him to
end of
have
the
5
third quarter.
so we can just see Barlow the rest of the way. Or Walker. I need 5.
It's this one where foul trouble just doesn't matter. Like, was it the Denver game where VJ fouled out in like 3 quarters or had a ton of fouls in 3 quarters? I think it was the road Denver game, if I remember correctly.
Okay. I was thinking home game. Okay.
No, the game was cooked, so it was like, whatever. You got 5 fouls, keep playing. Oh, boy.
Still time for the 15. Drumming in for Bona.
I missed it because I got a bunch of other texts 55 minutes ago from one Papa Newbeck. Looks like the Boston Globetrotters are in the building.
Shout out Mr. Newbeck.
Can always count on him, man. Always count on him.
Tatum's going to get a triple-double if he's out there long enough.
There you go, BJ. He's played okay aside from the fact that he can't hit a goddamn jumper to save his life.
Yeah. Get it to 15. Get a stop here. Get a 3.
Here comes a pick and pop Garza 3.
Look how he had time, too.
Yeah. What is he? Tatum. I don't think Paul even I think your teammate hit you.
Yeah, I think that was Garza.
Whatever. All right. Potential 2 for 1. Here. Get a good shot.
See.
To
the basket.
Maxey, worst 2 for 1 player in the league at his level. And now is that 3 on VJ? Or is that 2?
It's 2. Yeah, it's 2.
Horrendous.
2 for him,
man.
2 for Drummond.
And that one's that's Maxey. That's horrible.
Just throw it up at the rim at that point. Don't throw it. Yeah, throw it up at the rim.
Just terrible, terrible stuff. He's too deep into his career. He's had way too many reps as, the leader on the perimeter to constantly at the end of quarters botch the 2 for 1s like this. So by the way, now Boston is going to get the ball back again.
Mm-hmm.
Embarrassing.
They've scored 33 and 31 in the first 2 quarters, Boston. Tack. couple of buckets for him going into the break, helpful. They kept it under 20, everybody.
Woohoo!
64-46 at the break. Got to check out some at the half stats, man. Not
Just
great.
a really, really disappointing half. I actually might step out so I can get some writing done, fellas.
Go for it. 16 for 48 for the Sixers, 2 for 16 from three. And look, Boston's not lighting the world on fire from behind the three-point line, but they don't have to because they're +7. Derek and made field goals overall, and 4 of them from the free throw line, but 23 for 46, 50% for them, 33% from three. Sixers got to the free throw line 4 more times than the Celtics, but they made the same amount. They made 12 of 13 for Boston. 25 to 23, Sixers have the rebounding advantage, including offensive rebounds. They are 10-3 advantage on the offensive glass.
They've also missed a lot more shots, so they've had a lot more opportunities.
But normally they don't get them.
No,
they allow those defensive rebounds to happen, and they go the other way. So they have that assist, 16 to 23, 16 on 23 makes for Boston, 9 for 16 for the Sixers. Biggest lead of the game so far, 23 points, 9 turnovers for the Sixers to Boston's 5. And the Celtics have made everybody 13 points off of the Sixers' 9 turnovers. Points in the paint, points in the paint, 26 to 24 in favor of the Sixers. So not much of a difference there. It's that they can't stop anybody and they can't make shots.
Yeah. I mean, it really is like, possession battle is relatively even. Sixers turning the ball over more, but Sixers also getting a lot more offensive rebounds.
Yep.
The defense has been trash, and you can't shoot. I mean, sometimes basketball is simple. You said, Celtics aren't shooting the lights out, but they have 12 more points from beyond the three-point arc. Well, but 6 to 18 compared to the Sixers is shooting the lights out.
Yep.
You're just not going to win a basketball game, especially not against this team, shooting 2 for 16 from three. And there have been a bunch of good looks in those 16 shots. You combine the turnovers with missing shots, and you have no chance. No chance. What is...
Vote the poll, everybody. Vote the poll. Breeze puts up the poll, so vote it. Boston, Philadelphia series prediction. Celtics take the series, or the Sixers upset the Celtics. Make sure you vote. So far, I'm seeing 80 plus votes? 80 plus votes. Come on, y'all. Just vote. Everybody's in there. We see all plus 200 plus of you. Thank you for hanging out with us as we chill here, lounging on the watch along. Presented by Fanatics app. Make sure you download the Fanatics app while you hang out with us. Get some great memorabilia, collectibles, jerseys, apparel, all of it right there, all in one on the Fanatics app. What were you saying, Derek, while I was doing that part?
I don't remember.
You were talking about the shooting from behind the three-point line where they're plus 12 and makes the point. I mean, you're right. That 12 points is huge right now. And the Sixers, they've gotten some good looks, too, from three. VJ Edgecombe has had at least 2. Oubre has had 2. Justin Edwards missed 2 of his, but they were good looks after the first make.
Celtics shooting 9 of 12 at the rim. A lot of them completely wide open. When you have been in the vicinity outside of that one Drummond block, you haven't really impacted any of those. Sixers shooting... The crazy thing about the Celtics shooting so much better from 3, 6 of 18 compared to 2 for 16 for Sixers, is Boston only has 1 corner 3. These are all above the break. Sixers have 6 corner 3-point attempts and haven't made a gosh darn one. You just can't get those high-quality looks against a good defense, blow all the opportunities, and expect to have a chance. Like, Boston will concede threes, but they largely concede threes to the shooters that they are comfortable conceding those threes to. And we saw it with Drummond. They don't give a shit whether or not he's open in the corner. They don't really care whether Kelly's open in the corner. If those two people aren't going to punish you for rotating off, you're just emboldening them. They're going to do it over and over and over again. And VJ's shot is off. Like, it's not just those two, but there's just your best players aren't playing well. Maxi's decision making hasn't been good enough. He still seems a little hesitant to pull up off the dribble.
And again, we think we know why. But
yeah, sure. But if you're going to play have an upset, like, you've got to have him playing great basketball.
Yeah, not a lot of room for error here. Not a lot. 21 for Tatum, 8 boards, 4 assists. Jaylen Brown, they've done a decent job defending him. 4 for 12, 4 boards, 2 assists. And it's also, too, like, they've had some moments where the other guys, as we talk about the other guys on Boston, Hauser started off 2 for 2 from 3. He hasn't taken a shot since. Kata 7, and he only has 1 rebound. Kata, 1 rebound, so 7 and 1 board. Got him in some early foul trouble. He has 3. Off the bench, Pritchard 6, Walsh 2, Garza 5, Shireman 2. Quentin Grimes hasn't taken a shot in 8 minutes. He's a big part of, if you can get some scoring on the board, he's supposed to be a 6th man that can come off the bench and maybe go off in a bit of a microwave role. He hasn't even taken a shot, and that was 8 minutes of run for him. He didn't take a shot.
Yep.
I mean, I'm glad he's not forcing anything, but they need him active offensively to be able to do something. Oh. All right. Here's what they did pretty good in the second quarter. They scored 10 more points than they did in the first quarter. So as you look at things now, man, second quarter overall, it was 31 to 28. They shot 37%, but only, again, 1 for 7. Boston cooled off 2 for 9 from 3. What do you want to see? What do you want to see? What adjustments do you want Nick Nurse to make at halftime here? Like some realistic ones to just give yourself a chance to get back in it, where we make the joke about me. Can you get it to 9 points, 10 points, 9 points going into the fourth quarter? What adjustments do they need to make here to give themselves that opportunity?
I mean, I certainly think there needs to be more off-ball movement. It's been relatively static. I think you got a couple plays where VJ was running and get Tyrese off ball. I'd like to see a little more of that. You need to also just execute a lot better. Like, you've got to make shots. Paul George can't be trying to defend, tightly 24 feet from the basket. He gave up blow by after blow by after blow by. And, I do think for the most part, they've been a little bit hesitant to help off of shooters, especially on the corners. Like, I think that's one adjustment they've actually kind of made. But it doesn't matter if you can't defend your man at all. And right now they can't defend their man. And you combine that with the fact that Drummond doesn't protect the rim. Bona is not really been in the game because he's been in foul trouble. And Drummond doesn't really provide that much weak side rim protection either. And it's been a bad combination. So some of it, you just need better execution from your players. You need better ball movement. You need better movement off ball. And you need to make shots.
Have to make shots. And as Igavini says, let's not forget this part, third quarter loading for the worst third quarter team in the NBA. Cannot overlook that.
Again, though, we ran through the numbers the other day on the show.
Yes,
Since the All-Star break, they have actually been a positive in the third quarter.
Yes.
So that was mostly a first half of the year problem.
That cannot show. The old team, third quarter, that cannot show in the second half. Cannot. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. Man. Not a lot of faith in this one, everybody. You get it. I mean, it's hard. It's hard to. Hard to have any faith in this one, huh? Bree, you're the optimistic one. I'm the optimistic one. You're optimistic.
Yeah, I'm optimistic. But
much better showing? You think they come out of the locker room any different? Any differently
Uh,
than what we saw?
I think it'll be a better showing than the first quarter, right?
First quarter, they only had 18 points, so I would hope so. I would hope so.
Yeah, I think they steal a couple this series. I'll put it that way.
Okay.
I don't want to air out my series prediction.
It's already not looking good. So what I need to see from them is I need to see some fight here in the second half. If you lose this game, you lose this game. It's already lost. But show some fight in the second half to carry this over into Tuesday night. So I need some fight here to get some good things on film, see some things that you like that you feel like you can do against this defense. Boston's not having to exert a lot of energy right now. They're just not. This is a scrimmage for them.
Yeah.
They are looking at this like this
Pretty
is
bad.
a setup for round 2 against who they have to play. Were they the second? They have to play New York Hawks. That's what they're looking at. This is a tune-up for round 2 for them.
I mean, would this have been the same outcome if they played Detroit in the first round, do you think?
Not like this.
I think. I mean, we've talked about this a lot, but like, there's maybe no team that executes their scheme better than Boston, and no team that does a good job of staying to their principles better. And what Boston does, whether it's the offensive rebounding or the 3-point shooting and attacking closeouts, it's just goes directly against what the Sixers are horrible at. So I think this is a pretty bad. I mean, you give them like a 2% chance of beating Boston in a series and maybe like a 4% chance of beating Detroit. So it's not like a good chance either way, but I do think you had a better chance against Detroit.
Our buddy Al says going from 18 to 10 can happen very quickly if you make shots. Yeah, if you make shots, absolutely. Make shots. That's why we said if you can get it to 10, 9-10 points going into the fourth quarter, maybe you can do something. Maybe you can put a dent in this this advantage that Boston has. That was a total domination of the first half.
Are you surprised 22% of 140 people say
I need
Sixers
to
take
figure
the
out where they're
series?
going, because what I'm getting is not strong enough for me to vote with them.
Yeah, I need you guys to
I need
out
your
yourselves.
recommendations.
No,
No,
I'm not with those people.
I'm shocked, honestly.
What were the did you ran a similar poll in the pregame, right?
No, I didn't.
No, I thought there was some poll recently about.
I think I did in like our live show. Yeah. I got to find those poll results. It was a lot better than 20%, I'll tell you that. I think it was leaning more like 60-40. So
They saw the first half here.
Yeah.
And they changed their minds.
I mean, how could you not? I mean, first of all, I would have never, but look, they're fans. You expect them. You want your team to win. Going optimistic.
Yeah.
I get it. Ooh, that was a dose of reality in that first half, though.
Fast.
Ooh, boy.
Fast. So who said Dallenberg? J.R. Hayden says Bona's better than Dallenberg. No, he's not.
I do think if Dallenberg played like in today's era, his weaknesses would be way more exploited. Like, he just didn't have to defend in space like they do nowadays. Yeah. I don't think Dallenberg was a great decision maker, and certainly not like rookie year or second year. Well, he was injured his second year, but rookie year Dallenberg was not a good decision maker.
No.
But his decision making was also easier.
But I would still take.
Yeah, I mean, he had a 12-year career or whatever.
Mm-hmm. And Bona might have a long career, but he's got to tighten up on these issues that we've talked about in the first half. Oh, man. What a buzzkill.
Thank God this is not an 8 p.m. start time.
Yeah.
It's
1
so
o'clock.
bad
Got the rest of the day
to
ahead
forget
of us.
about it. Reset on Tuesday.
Says you. I'm going home and rewatching it.
I don't gotta do all that.
Playoffs, so we start to get some some new movie.
I still
trailers.
can't believe who Josh Harris chose as his traveling partner. That's a choice. That's all I'll say.
The chat was
Can't go
talking
too deep
about it.
into it. That's a choice.
Chat was talking about it.
I'll text it to you.
I saw that in the first frame when we saw him, and I was like, wait a minute, that's not him.
Yes, it
And
is.
then the close up.
Aren't they like neighbors or like real? I think they live real close to each other.
No, not yet. They're about to, but not yet. 2 for 16. Yeah, it may not matter on this one.
Sounds of the game. Tyrese just saying, boy, we suck. The only time they had any fun.
I was gonna say it must be before tip.
Or in the first quarter when it was 8-8. Standard. Stay the course.
Oy vey.
All right, everybody. Start of the second half. We're hanging out with you. Thank you. Hanging out. Letting out your thoughts in the chat. As we are presented by Fanatics app. Make sure you download the Fanatics app. Andre Drummond, by the way, everybody, gets to start in the second half, not a Dembona. High screen. Walk into a shot. Got a good look.
Drum just has no chance to get back.
No, he does not.
None at all.
Yikes.
Kata could not be playing farther back in that drop. Maxey just cannot make him pay.
Yeah. If you can't shoot them out of drop, you're going to have a very hard time.
Especially when he's 10 feet off of him.
What is he doing, man? Our guy, Marcus Blackstock, I can just hear him saying, no situational awareness. That's his big thing.
He was here earlier. Where'd he go? Is he still
He
here?
might still be here. Or maybe he took the rest of the day off.
I would not blame him.
Almost turned over a free throw rebound. That would have been something. Honestly, VJ, just go at him. You got him on an island.
Big layup to cut the lead to 18.
Make your free throw.
One of my favorite memes is the Chris Paul hits huge three to cut the lead to 43 or whatever. That one's always. That's 4 on Kata, by the way, right?
Mm-hmm. Make the free throw. Vucevic in.
What's our mark for this quarter?
9.
Yeah.
You agree?
I think 10 or under, you're feeling okay. But that's a big ask with how this game's gone so far.
Mm-hmm.
What?
They're not going to get together and figure this one out? Where's Kareem checking the replay?
Take your time. Oh, yeah, he didn't. He wasn't even close.
What?
He wasn't even close.
Because at first I was like, why didn't Andre go and get that ball? Like,
so this is part, though, like, Tyrese complains about everything. So when he's telling there's a challenge, like, yeah, I don't trust you enough on that.
It's the boy who cried wolf.
Yeah.
Hold on. The Celtics called a timeout? Are they hoping for a foul call?
Maybe.
That's because
maybe
he clearly didn't touch it.
Because that's what Tatum was asking for. The foul.
What in the world?
Yeah. Now, unfortunately, if they challenge it, it could also be a foul.
Could be.
Which is why it would be great if the refs could see it and get the call right in the first place.
See if the Boston Globetrotters get another one. That's my dad would say.
Boston Globetrotters.
Ay, man. Surely Scott Foster will get this call, right? I still can't believe Adem missed an uncontested 2-foot layup in the first half. That's.
I mean, you can't.
Twice. I'm still laughing at how he picked up that first foul. Running in the middle of the floor, deciding to leave his feet and throw it.
That wasn't even the first foul.
So that was the second one?
Just the second.
That was the second.
He committed the first foul 20 seconds into the
That's
game.
Right. That's right.
It's tough to keep track of because they come so fast and furious.
Goodness gracious.
Oh, man. Good God almighty.
He literally threw it out of bounds. They called it out on Drummond. All right. Make sure everybody joins us tomorrow at 3 p.m. as we start off the week. (3 p.m. Monday, Tuesday, game time. What time is the game on Tuesday? 7? 6:30 pregame on Tuesday.
Unsuccessful. All right. Everything's coming up Millhouse. Hey, this is the time I'll conveniently forget that Scott Foster called Tim Donaghy way more times than any other ref when they were working in the league together. Gotta make those, man. They've missed so many, 6-footers. Do the hard work and then miss that.
All right, gotta miss. Gotta stop. Go at him, man.
Oh, I mean,
gotta make this. Brutal, dude. Just brutal. It's out on Hauser. Yeah. I mean, if you're going to shoot 0 for a million on open corner threes, just
they were, I think, 0 for 6 in the first
Tatum's
half.
dad. You see Tatum's dad jump out the way.
like, I'm not tearing my Achilles. Get me out of here.
Mom sat there. Tatum's dad jumps out the way. Get a bucket here. He didn't realize how open he was. Yeah.
Rookie moment there. It's funny, like early in the season, I remember thinking how he like almost never travels. And then play-in game, multiple double dribbles. That's a bad one there. Normally does a very good job with the footwork.
Good defense.
Player of the game is going to be a doozy, huh?
Justin Edwards, come on down.
I mean, it's probably Paul right now, realistically, and it's not like he's playing all that well.
Maxey just carried. They didn't call it. Finally.
All right, convince me.
Now think about that.
Like,
that one layup just now, right? If we're just talking this quarter.
But just throughout the game, too. See, VJ makes the effort to make that closeout. Next guy's got to be
already there.
Once VJ rotates, the next rotation is automatic.
Make that a skip pass, yeah.
You can't wait for the pass. It's too late at that point.
Brutal. That's just an effort thing. It's a foul.
Get it to 14 with 6 minutes left.
Here's the thing. This is why you can't just give away the first quarter. Right now, oh my God, Kelly. Christ almighty. If you don't come out the gate first 6 minutes running no offense and letting them, run the lead up, this very well could be a real game.
Yeah. At worst, you're talking about 9-10 point game where it's still manageable.
Yeah, you go on a little run and it's a really tight game. But you just gave the game away early. Then you're fighting uphill the rest of the game.
Good defense. I hate that.
I thought that hit the rim anyway on the back end.
Yeah, so did I.
It's a stupid rule, though. If you have the ball, you should be able to push up the floor.
And it's not a subjective thing. The ball's in his hands before the thing goes. The horn goes off, the buzzer.
It's like it almost makes you madder that once they started running some off-ball actions, getting VJ downhill, etc., the offense looks okay.
Knockdown.
Horrendous, man.
He is 0-for-5 from 3, Kelly Oubre.
And I think every single one has been wide open. Maybe one that was covered.
Yeah, at worst, one. Oh, that was a big miss. Plenty of time, but still. Hauser out, Pritchard in. Sixers same 5 on the floor. They're defending him well. Yeah, defending him well.
Good rebound, too. You can't give that fucking ball away, dude. Fucking terrible. He's such a bozo, man. You're one of the vets on the team. You cannot give that possession away.
Can and he will.
Give that one away. You come in you get a stupid tech in the first,
killer.
Those plays add up.
3-point dagger.
And then he's too late there.
3-point dagger. Timeout.
Bozo.
Timeout.
Fucking clown. What the hell are you doing? You're playing okay.
Get the good
stringing
rebound.
Some stops together.
You get the rebound.
Absolute clown, dude. Embarrassing.
Oh, man. And the Sixers at that point were 12-9 leading in the third quarter, 12-9. Now 15-12 in the third, 79-58. Man. 6 straight on those threes of Drummond's turnover and a miss. That's bad. Lead your man. Lead him.
Or just don't throw it.
Yeah, or don't throw it. I thought the pass was there. He didn't lead him. I thought the pass was there. But if you don't feel like you have enough on it, you cannot make that pass.
One of the few times I've ever agreed with Doc. He said, I know Andre thinks he's a good passer. And that's part of the problem. Like, he is not as good of a passer as he thinks he is, and he makes bozo plays because of it.
Cannot let that ball go. Unless you lead him. Cannot do that.
Game 2 will be Tuesday.
Run it down, man.
It's not a well-coached team. It's not a team that has smart players on it.
That's really that's what gets me more than anything. There's just so few players on this team whose decision-making I trust. And when one of them is a rookie, that really speaks to the veterans that you have acquired. And you've got a coach who's like, I'm going to let guys just play with freedom. Well, you've got too many bozos
You don't have
to play
the team
with
to play with freedom. Yeah. That you might get away with it when it's Joel on the floor and your default can just be throw it to the 7-foot tall guy at the elbows. You don't have that team right now. And even then, that's still not good enough against Boston with Joel. So just terrible stuff.
Well, still a good time to tell you that we're presented by the Fanatics app, everybody. Download.
I am not a fanatic about this performance, I'll tell you that.
The Fanatics app today, all-in-one destination for every part of your sports fandom. Official gear from your favorite teams and players, including the latest drops, exclusive releases, must-have merch, all in one place. You can get tickets as well, game tickets on the Fanatics app. Download the Fanatics app today. Maxey what was he, Bree? 12th in the NBA in the jersey sales this year?
I think he was like 14.
12th.
Maybe.
Kyle, who do you think's number one in jersey sales? It took us 6 or 7 guesses.
The Lakers?
For this year.
Individual.
Luka?
No.
I think he was
top 5, yeah.
Wemby?
No.
He was also top 5.
You'll be surprised. I'll put it that way.
It's not
Or
Shea.
surprised you didn't say it sooner. That's what surprise might come in.
No, not for me. I would have never guessed this one.
It's not Shea, right?
Nah.
Not Ant-Man.
Nope.
All right, good. I feel better now.
It's definitely not Jokic.
You want to know?
Sure.
Steph.
That makes sense. He's been the most popular player in the league for a long time.
But my point was, I thought everybody who wanted a Steph jersey would have had a Steph jersey. I would expect him to be in the top 10, sure.
Oh, hey, look. At least after that complete mind-numbing sequence, Drummond's still in the fucking game.
Bone at the table now.
This is not the first time Nurse has done this, by the way. Drummond has a catastrophic meltdown on the floor. He calls a timeout, and he's still in the goddamn game afterward.
Bree, I don't think my bet is going to hit. Oh, man.
They'd fucking quit.
Yeah. Yeah. That sequence right before that timeout gutted them. 10-0 run, man.
Look, dude. Three guys are just standing there.
What did they have it down to? 13? 10 on? Come on.
I think it was 15.
15?
Embarrassing, dude. Look, here's the thing. If the coach comes out of a timeout like that with such a lack of urgency that the guy who killed your run is back on the floor immediately after, I don't know why you would expect the players to have proper urgency. I don't know what Drummond has shown today that's like, oh, man, we really got to keep riding with him.
Absolutely nothing. Outside of what?
Committed a bozo tech in the first half.
Yeah. Loss is cool.
Even so Bona hasn't been good either.
He hasn't been good either.
Barlow is you don't want to overuse that. But you almost got to take him out just to send a message. You can't make that outlet pass. You can't be that careless with the ball without any consequence.
I don't know. I guess because he took him out earlier when he did get that tech. That was his message. But you still have to send a message. There's plenty of game left. Just brutal.
Cut it to 23.
I'm not even in on that bid anymore.
I feel like a Charlotte fan at this point. Diabate with the big jumper cuts it to 31.
Why is he?
Are these guys drunk, man? Like,
what was that? What was that? How did he travel?
I thought he did. He did look like he wasn't sure if he should put the ball on the floor once.
I'm ready for a new roster of guys after this year, man.
Well, how many free agents on this roster?
Oubre, Grimes, Drummond.
Everybody on the bench.
A lot of people with options, too.
Yeah, a lot of team options that I think.
So you figure out the starters, George, Maxey, Embiid. Everybody else is, yeah. Mm. Nice play design, though. I mean, you screen up top. Other guys on the weak side still moving, doing some things off ball that allows them to have that open lane.
I think that's part of what frustrates me with Nurse. When he comes out of a timeout or when he feels like he needs to dial something up, he has some creative stuff.
He does.
He just gives his players way too much confidence. He has way too much confidence in them to run competent stuff.
Yeah, there's not a lot of changing the philosophy based on the personnel, which is a problem. Three guards, Barlow, Bone.
How?
He's 6'4".
They just want the ball more, man.
Man.
They want the ball more. That's who Jordan Walsh is.
That Drummond turnover is really just going to be burned in my brain for. Because you knew they were hitting the three after, too. Stay back, VJ. You're not getting that ball. You're doing fucking. That's the. I was about to use a term from Rodney Dangerfield's Back to School. He did a fucking triple Lindy instead of grabbing the rebound.
Unbelievable.
It's unbelievable, dude.
So everybody,
they find ways to not rebound the ball that should be borderline impossible for anyone with two functional hands.
Everybody, this is how we. I mean, look, this is watching along. You watching this clearly. This is how we watch games, especially with stuff like this happening. You just it's It's unbelievable. Unbelievable how they just fall apart and things just happen. All you need is one stretch in the game and it's over for them. And you just see it happening.
The starting lineup has combined for 2 threes.
Both Maxey?
No, one for Paul.
George?
That sidestep earlier in this quarter.
Did you guys see ABC talk about the Rocky statue in front of the Philadelphia Library? Oopsies.
Who said that?
I don't know.
ABC?
I just saw a tweet.
Why was there no effort to save the Joker moment?
Well, I didn't see it, but we talk about saving under the opposing
They
team
had
basket.
like 3 guys there.
Okay. All right. I didn't see it.
Derek White was standing out of bounds.
I was about to say, you can't possibly just flat out give Boston. What was that? Oh, man.
I don't know how it's their ball when Derek White was literally standing out of bounds.
Where was the replay also? It was just nothing.
Boston Globetrotters, Devon.
Tatum goes off in the first half. Brown cooks in the third quarter. Yeah, Bree might get you 30 because he's cooking now. Yeah.
Yeah, he's up to 22. The problem is it might not be competitive long enough for him to stay in the game.
He can get 9 more in a minute 45 against this defense. So,
I don't want to hear about these bets.
Come on. He could definitely do that.
I want to see this team play competent basketball for more than 90 seconds.
It might be too late for that. So
Bree hitting her bet has a chance of happening. What you want.
There you go. Look at that.
Nice to see him finally set a screen out high. If he's not going to shoot coming off the screen, at least give him room to drive.
Well, especially when it's like Garza and Vucevic back there.
It's going to Brown.
Thank you, Don Barlow, for a get your money's worth foul at least. At least we're going to talk about this game for another hour after it's over, so that'll be a barrel of laughs. I'm not at this rate. I'm not sure Grimes was worth the $100,000 raise.
Still no shots.
Looking forward to the Sixers punting this rebound on the next miss into the hands of the Celtics. Disgraceful. Third quarter's almost over. You have less than 70 points.
I don't even know how you predict that they get a game out of this series, even when they come home.
You assume that they'll make shots at some point, but Boston also hasn't shot the ball well from 3.
It's
been all.
I mean, how do you even give them a game?
All right, how will they give away the 2-for-1 here?
Just a miss. That's all.
All right, we've seen way worse.
I was going to say, if Boston pushes, they actually might get the 2-for-1 now.
Cooking. He got 16.
You give him credit, man, because he's going off in this quarter. And here's what we need. Oubre. I think one of the big problems is he is I wouldn't even call him a 2-level scorer right now. He's like a 1.5 level scorer.
Maxey.
Yeah.
It's all at the rim.
And he's been good at the rim,
yeah.
but you can't live especially with everybody else unable to shoot.
No, you're not. You're not going to be competitive with Max making 1-3.
Yeah. Not gonna do it.
It's not even the points. Like they're not worried about him pulling up off the dribble right now.
And they'll even concede giving him, go ahead, get your little couple bucks, couple buckets, because no one else can score. Paul George got off to an okay start. He's 17 still, but.
So they have 7 bench points.
95-71.
9 bench points because Drummond has 2.
Boston's bench, a lot.
A little better.
A lot.
But, I mean, the bench has been better. The starters have been better. It's not like it's They have been the better team by a lot.
We've got 21 off the bench.
Better team by a lot.
Let me see. 12 turnovers. 3 for 20.
There is no path to winning. They shoot like they did today.
Yeah.
Shoot like they are shooting today, I guess I should say. But I don't think anyone has any illusions that this game is going to turn in the fourth quarter. So.
Nah, I have no number for them to reach at this point.
Because
game's over.
Unfortunately, the game ends after 4 quarters if you're losing. Fun fact.
No, I'm talking about make a run, force a timeout, make another run, get a timeout.
They will do something where they hit 5 threes in a row and cut it to 12 at the end and make it look respectable. And this game should not look respectable. This should be embarrassing.
Not good, everybody. Not good. Just brutal. Brutal watch. Home team's going to go 5-0 to start off the playoffs.
Well, at least Josh Harris is having a good time.
I guess so.
Biggest loser of the whole group.
Glad he got to see this.
Yeah, nice, fun, in-person experience for him.
May not be good for somebody else. But yeah, we are, Steve. Stephen Paul says you guys at PHLY are going to have a busy off season with what this team, from top to the players moves to be made. Well, like I just said, he got to see something up close and personal. That's going to be another decision.
First Grimes shot.
Bucket.
Well, it's his time to shine because the game is now meaningless. March Grimes is back.
Cater, is that another Cater foul or is that Pritchard?
Probably Cater.
Might have been Pritchard pushing.
Oh, good. The cook his ass Quentin offense. That's all I say.
You asked somebody to go after Hauser?
Never missed. Not a single shot.
He hasn't taken one since the 10-minute mark of the first quarter, and he just nails it from 28.
They can't even make layups.
I'm not even mad at him.
I'm just like, how many points have been left on the table on bunnies today?
Quite a few. That's knockdown. Easy.
Well, he finally missed a shot that I saw him take. That's at least there's that as a history-making moment.
Hit the like button, everybody. We had to sit through this like you did, watching the game. We enjoy watching it with you, but bad product. Wow. That's a knockdown.
Devon,
Yes.
I think your 12.5 is in trouble as a call 10.
Yeah, you might be right, Kyle. Try to be optimistic coming into this one. Say they'll at least cover the 12.5. Boy. Wow.
Start the buses.
Start the pod.
Start the buses.
Yeah, this should count as this is a post-game show, everybody.
I'm not sure our ad partners agree with that, but
Oh, man.
3 assists from a triple-double for him. See if he stays
I
in
will
long
say,
enough.
we want to Barlow in for mobility and yada. He's been awful.
It doesn't even matter with the stuff that they're doing. It doesn't even matter.
Well, it's also, by the way, this is not the matchup to play Barlow against. When it's Kada is not dragging you out to the perimeter.
Mm-hmm.
When you want Barlow playing center is when it's Vooch or it's Garza, because all they're doing is playing pick and pop.
But even so, his positioning there sucked.
Of course, all I'm saying, it's like when he does play lineups that were like, okay, maybe they should try that. He doesn't have any feel for when that lineup would actually make an impact. You're not playing the matchup at all. And it's not like they have the talent where it's like you're going to dictate the matchup with Barlow playing center. Just like I said recently, I don't know what this guy does well as a coach. There's nothing.
Nope.
Been nothing better than mediocre at best, and at his worst has been a lot worse.
Oh, man.
I think coming out of the shoot today, just running bullshit offense really just bothers me.
Yeah. Why is this commercial appropriate for watching the Sixers against the Celtics in the playoffs?
You talking about antidepressants? I thought you were talking about the song.
I was talking about the song.
The little light has been extinguished inside all of us. So.
Yeah. Of course, I'm not making
No,
any jokes
I just
about
didn't know
depression.
what you were referring
It's
to.
the song. Man. No fight. Oh. Maxie Edgecombe still out there. Offensive foul on.
I mean,
Sixers.
like it writes itself, right? You call a timeout. You're down 30. Immediate turnover. I think to me, the story of this game on offense, I'd say your best offensive player has been Paul George. And really all that was Paul's winning in ISO. It wasn't you didn't design great looks for him.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't do anything special to like, oh man, we got him all these mismatches and ran him off pin downs. That's just Paul George being Paul George. And that's the coach.
A lot of this is on him today. A lot of it.
They're just completely unprepared. I get it. This is the better, more talented team in Boston. Absolutely no debate there. But
that wasn't a surprise coming in, too.
No, of course not.
No.
It's waiting for Drummond to give that one away, too.
Why is the whistle so late?
That was very late.
Just call it. Don't wait for it to go in. Just call it. He won't be back.
Oh,
Maxie.
Shouldn't.
No, he shouldn't.
I would take an Andre Drummond mid-range jumper at this point just to really amp up the fucking comedy factor.
Boston didn't have to sweat today, man.
No.
We got a $10 super chat from Jason. Thank you, Jason. Says, guys, do you think Bob Myers takes over the franchise this offseason? Or do you think he would look to a Golden State Warriors connection or more of the same?
I mean, I could have the wrong read on this. I don't think Bob Myers wants to run an NBA team anymore.
No, I agree. I think he wants to be a part of the whole HBSE property. Yeah. Now, whether he hires a, Golden State connection.
I mean, based on how they've performed in terms of scouting and free agents and everything else, I don't know.
Well, even beyond that, I want them to scour the entire pool of candidates. I don't want
just one
to go back to who you know.
Yep. Tatum's out. He's done for the day. Jaylen Brown already sitting. He and Derek White, they're done. 11 boards, 7 assists, 25 points for Jason Tatum. I mean, look, this is not, as that super chat comes in from Jason, it's not like we haven't had this conversation a lot. The postseason is going to be big for Nick Nurse.
Yeah.
It's huge. Listen. And this is not a great start with the owner.
Not a great start.
Understatement.
With the owner sitting right there. I mean, look, it's one thing to watching your owner.
I don't think the owner's watching the game, frankly.
He's there, though. And
physically, he is present.
Yeah,
yes.
He's there, though. So he's there, and this is happening on the road. You got to sit there and take all of that.
Trendon Watford is in the game. Season saved.
Still hasn't figured out where Jabari Walker is, though.
Like, are you joking that he's going to make that shot? The cheapies he misses, and then he hits that ridiculous shot. Come on. I'll be honest. I would have Dalen Terry in the game at this point. Why not? What's the point?
Still a little surprised they converted him instead of Beauchamp. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't think it really matters.
Well, there you go. You get your Dalen Terry.
Hooray.
He heard you.
At this point, put Lowry in the game. Get him some playoff minutes before his career is over in a week and a half.
Doesn't take a week and a half to play 4 games.
Yeah, it does.
When would game 4 be?
Sunday.
Okay, a week.
I was just trying to be snarky about it. Actually,
I knew what you were saying. I love having nothing to analyze for the final quarter of the game. It's just, boy, they suck.
Just ugly. Man.
I mean, it's
Just ugly.
you're getting like a full garbage time quarter in a playoff game. A guy who they had on a 2-way deal until the last week of the season. You just have to laugh. Just have to laugh.
Mm. Phew.
Banner day for him.
I'm so jealous of our Flyers team.
Have a fun squad.
Jealous of the goddamn Celtics, man.
Flyers have a fun squad.
Celtics were like, oh,
They just
we
went
have
over-
Brad Stevens.
Yeah.
And now he's going to be in the front office role. And our head coach is going to get fired because he was a sex pest. And then we're going to promote an assistant coach, and he'll be even better than that guy who led the team to the finals previous to being a scumbag of a person. And they continue to churn coaches out. Meanwhile, every offseason, boy, wish they could get a competent guy.
I mean, to your point about a well-run organization, like their star player went down and they went 56-26.
They develop role players. They play well without their stars. They have an actual identity that isn't cook his ass Tyrese. It must be nice.
We got another super chat from Richard. Sorry, but under Morey, this team has not done any better than under Colangelo, Crime Family, or Elton Brand. 5 years in, why does he keep getting the benefit of the doubt? Nurse not great either.
Here's where I'll push back. Because the benefit of the doubt, like you should question him. We can come to different conclusions, but you should question him. You should not just get a benefit of the doubt. When you're comparing him directly to Colangelo, though, like you're in this position because they wasted so many assets. Colangelo had a prime Joel who was relatively healthy. Like Joel's playing 35 games a year. You're not winning shit like that. You're just not.
Well, he did give him the extension.
No, that's probably the biggest demerit against Morey at this point.
Yeah, but otherwise, I hear what you're saying. Yeah, I don't think anybody's like, boy, he should just be unquestioned in perpetuity. This is very much his roster. He's been here more than long enough to assemble the team that he wanted.
Including if Embiid is out. You have to have much better players behind him than what you have right now. And you don't.
And by
also,
the way,
he hired the coach.
Correct. And part of the problem with the coach is that, okay, if you're building around Joel and you know that Joel's going to miss time, even good version of Joel's going to miss time, the coach has to be a guy who has a better handle on how to win without Joel.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy has shown no inclination to do so. Yeah, even if I would say I'm certainly more anti-Nurse. That doesn't mean that I'm pro Darryl and what he's done.
No, and really my statement there was being anti-Colangelo, not being pro what Morey has done. I will never forgive them blowing that portion of Joel Embiid's career. Never, ever, ever, ever.
And they just keep developing all these guys, man.
What I mean, it's not like they have premium picks and they've been good for a while.
Shireman was at 30. We harp on the Drenai Broom pick at 33. He was a 30th pick in that draft.
Well, I wish he was 33. He had a few other options. He was 35, unfortunately, because the four right before them were pretty good. But going back to Boston, like, if Daryl Morey had Peyton Pritchard for the first 2 years, does he keep him or does he sell him the first time he starts putting up numbers? I don't know. And part of that, like, does Nick Nurse keep playing early career Peyton Pritchard? I don't know. You can't not develop guys. I mean, like, your best backup center is currently in Detroit.
Yep.
Talk your shit, Trendon.
He was telling telling the official to make that call, man.
I don't know if he would want me to name him. I got a DM from a regular reader and listener who said my wife bought tickets for Game 4 next Sunday with a, we'll say, not happy emoji face.
Grounds for divorce.
Final minute, everybody. Timeout Celtics. Look at that. Timeout Celtics, 120-91. We already knew the game was in hand, so does Joe Mazzulla.
Mazzulla going back to the clipboard.
Got the
Meanwhile, Nurse
clipboard.
calls a timeout in the middle of a game because Drummond had a fucking stroke on the floor, and he still puts him back out afterward. By the way, if this was Nurse calling this timeout down 30, I'd be like, why is he calling this timeout? So this is just a little bit of agenda pushing, admittedly. What an absolute disgrace this game was. Complete disgrace. Never had a chance.
No, what was it, like 22-8 to start? Blowout right from the jump.
And look, if that had been, boy, the Celtics just came into the game and they shot the cover off the ball and they out-talented you.
Can you imagine?
Like, that's one thing.
They have a normal shooting night. This is a 50-point loss.
Oh, it's an absolute, I mean, it already was a massacre. Talking about a historic blowout at that point. They shot under 36% from three, the Celtics. But notably,
all good, bro.
They got up 20 more threes than the Sixers did.
Not great, Bob.
Yeah, I don't know how you come out of this anything less than apoplectic at the effort, the strategy. Terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. At least we got Bree.
She's not happy.
The GOAT. She's not happy about this either.
Do not disrespect our president of basketball operations.
No, this game sucks. It's boring.
But we do thank all of you,
of course,
for hanging out
with us the whole way.
It did make it easy to sit here with all of you and discuss it all and talk through it, vent. There's still 3 games left in this series that we know that have to be played, and that will be Tuesday in Boston, Friday and Sunday at home, as the guys just talked about. Kyle mentioning the Sunday game. So Friday, Sunday home, Tuesday in Boston. We're still going to be here with you. We're going to watch and converse pre and post.
Yeah, we got the post game coming up today. Right
got
after
a post game show coming up here shortly. We do want to tell you again that we were presented this afternoon with this watch along, where this game went fast, blew by. The Fanatics app. We thank them for hanging out with us for both games, the play-in game and for game 1 of this Boston, series. Make sure you download the Fanatics app today. The all-in-one destination for every part of your sports fandom. Get official gear for your favorite teams, players, including the latest drops, exclusive releases, and must-have merch all in one place. You love Maxi, you love the black uniforms. Still available. Everybody going to wear them at home too. So get ready for those. Also, more than just shopping, you can play free daily games in the app to earn fan cash, where you can have some, just go ahead and check out the app overall. Fan cash, which you can spend on jerseys, game tickets, collectibles, and much, much more. Cool memorabilia, autographed items, all in one place, all built for players like you. Download the Fanatics app.
By the way, we got a couple quick super chats here coming in at the end. Philly Love said, thank you for the watch along. Not an easy task for sure. Just turned it on. And then we got a question from VXZ, I'm going to say. Can the Sixers win a single quarter this series? I sure as hell hope so, because if they don't, boy, that would be miserable. Although if you're in the camp of wanting some changes in positions of power, losing every quarter in the series,
it would send a statement.
Would absolutely garner some change, I would guess. No Kyle Lowry to end this game. Diabolical.
He said, I don't want any part of this.
Do not associate me with this narrative or performance.
Hell no. Final score, 123-91. Flat out beat down by the Boston Celtics against your Sixers this afternoon. Largest playoff opening win in franchise history.
And they've been around a while, by the way.
Yes, they have. They played some bad teams in some of those rounds. Embarrassment. They suck today.
Sending to
about
me over there.
That is about as negative as Devon will get.
They look like trash.
Keep going.
And then what?
It's embarrassing. It's really embarrassing.
All right, everyone. I think that's probably our cue.
It's really embarrassing. All right, everybody.
We're going to go do the post-game show. We hope you'll join us there for a little more, maybe less free-flowing and more structured analysis of that dog shit performance from the Sixers. Thank you, everyone, for being here.
Thank you to the Fanatics app for presenting, our presenting sponsor, allowing us to do this one more time. Don't know that we'll have any more going forward, but this has been a blast to be able to sit here and watch one win on Wednesday against Orlando and this one here against the Boston Celtics. So let's take a break, everybody. Come back and hang with us. A very short break, as Kyle mentioned. Come back and hang with us for the post-game show for Bree. Great job as always. Derek, Kyle, I'm Devon. We'll see you in a couple of minutes on the PHLY Sixers post-game show. That sucked.
We all silly like the mayor.